What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the newest studio album from Tiny Moving Parts entitled Swell. Now, this is the third math rock album I've ever reviewed on this channel. The last one I reviewed was American Football's latest. I think it was their final album, their second album, American Football. It was titled American Football, not American Football 2, because the first one was titled American Football. Then there was an EP in '98 because the first album came out in '99, and then they broke up in like what 2000. Yeah, so from '97 to like 2000, they were together. Dropped an EP and an album, and then like what 16 years later, no 14 years later, I think they've been back together since like 2014 apparently. But yeah, so yeah, 14, 16 years later, come back and then drop an album. Yeah, American Football EP. That was the '98 EP, and I think that was their last album. I'm assuming, and they're legends in math rock. With only two albums, they're legends. Ain't that something? And then there's the first math rock album that I ever reviewed, which I believe it was Anthony Fantano, the Needle Drop, who talked about this in a Why You Know review, I believe. He talked about Disappointment Island from TTNG, This Town Needs Guns. The first math rock album that I had ever listened to, and I pretty much got into it because I was like, what is math rock? And I saw the album cover. I was like, this could be interesting. And it damn sure was interesting. And ever since then, I've been checking out math rock. But like I said, this is the third one this is the third one. And like I said, ever since This Town Needs Gun, Disappointment Island, I've just been listening to other math rock albums, some Time Moving Parts, American Football. I checked out the first one before the second one dropped, actually, because after This Town Needs Guns, I was like, let me check out others. American Football came up. The next thing you know, American Football, the second album drops, and I've just been checking it out. And I've been getting into it. I wouldn't say I'm a math rocker, but um, still listening because I saw this. I was like, let me check this out. I listened to one Tiny Moving Parts album. I forget what it was. It was like some freaking looked like a banana sleeping in the middle of a town. That's the thing about math rock like math rock bands. It's just weird names, weird album covers, a bunch of unfinished ideas of what a guitar melody might sound like. You just it's it's just like but yeah, the song titles are weird, the band names are weird, the album covers are weird, the music's weird, but it's all great to me. And math rock, I feel like it's a step above punk in the sense that it's so all over the place with the guitar playing, except it's longer than punk songs usually tend to be in punk albums. But the guitar playing's better, but it's still so all over the damn place. But like I said, it's a step above the guitar playing, and it's not so fast paced um, with the vocalist. But at the same time, it feels like every vocalist kind of sounds the same for some reason. But you can distinguish who's who if you just know. And yeah, I feel like math rock is just a step above punk, and it's the quality of the sound, the guitar playing, um, song structure. Um, yeah. So let's go ahead and get right into this. The first track I want to talk about is Applause. Well, yeah, Applause. I'm kind of all over the place with this because I listened to this album like 5 times. I actually listened to it backwards twice for some reason. The first track, Applause, not just applause to your heartstrings is what he's saying here, but I feel like he's saying applause just for making it this long because he's tired of being reminded that how many years it's been since everything was so much better than what it is right now. Second track is Smooth It Out. My favorite track on here, like it just stood out from first listen. I can't remember. That track Smooth It Out is something else, and he's he's saying here like, I can't pretend bad things did not happen, and I'll try to smooth it out, and just that whole like, it's like secondhand smoke. That is my shit. I just love it. The third track I want to I actually talk about pretty much every track here. The third track I want to talk about is Feel Alive, and just saying, want to feel alive all the time, and I still miss you. And then these female vocals come in. It's like, where did that come from? I did not expect that. That was out of nowhere for me, and it made the track even better. Track number 4, Caution. The caution tape around my head. How do you put it? It's still around my brain. It's still there. Something like that. And it was a good track. It was a single, I believe, to promote this album. The 5th track, Wildfire. Um, I like this. I really like this track. I care a little too much. I care a little too much. And when he said, what did he say? You wish I wasn't around anymore. You wish I was um a bit of trash of some sort. Yeah, see, oh my goodness. When people say they don't like math rock or it makes them cringe, it's stuff like this where I'm like, I could see why. I see why that would make you cringe. I get it, but oh. Okay, I didn't talk about the 6th track. I believe that was Whale Watching. That track just, for some reason, um, it just didn't stand out to me. It wasn't too memorable for some reason for me. Um, it wasn't a bad track. It's not a bad track really on here. I've yet to hear a bad math rock track ever. Just tracks where I'm like, okay, this is cool. It's here. Is it filler? Maybe. Not saying Well Watching is filler, but you know. The 7th track though, It's Too Cold Tonight. This is something that I didn't realize how good and how deep it was off the first couple of listens. It was like Whale Watching. I was like, Whale Watching, and then It's Too Cold Tonight. I'm like, oh no, don't tell me they're about to do this. First half is amazing, second half is something else totally. I didn't realize how good it was, how deep it was until like the third and fourth and fifth and so on listens. And yeah, I mean, here just talking about being worthless, meaningless, and just living a life of nothingness. And I was like, good God, I mean, it's not like no one's ever said things like this before, but just the way he says it, math rock vocalists just have a way, like emo slash indie math rock guys, they just have a way of putting, not just, they don't just have a way with words, they just have a way that they say it, the way they vocalize these lyrics. It's like, it just gets you. Track number 8, Malfunction. This was just a shock, like a malfunction. It just could not process, could not grasp just the idea, the fact that his significant other had left him. And yeah, it was just like it was a malfunction. Could not process the information that actually happened. Track number 9, Wishbone. I remember really liking this track. Just here saying like, there's no helping a heart that doesn't beat. And you realize how I said that there. Like, what was that? That's how these math rock vocalists be with these with these lyrics. And I just have to say before I go on to track 10, after hearing, Well Watching and It's Too Cold Tonight, remember how I was like, oh, I was thinking, oh no, the second half is gonna be just well, like it did get better with Malfunction. I mean, It's Too Cold Tonight, I thought it was better. I just didn't notice it really too much after the first and second listen, but that really threw it out the window. Malfunction, it was like, okay, Wishbone, even better. Then with track 10, it's like, wow, that was unexpected. I didn't know how they were going to end this album, but this was a perfect way to end this album because they ended with the most standout track and just the most diverse track on here, like with horns infused and with some, not chants, but some hymns in here as well. And just those horns, those semi horns that you can just hear in the background, but they're not right in your ear, like they're banging on your eardrum, but they're just there. You hear them, but they're somehow they're just mixed in a way where they're just in the background, but still there. And my goodness, like Warm Hand Splash, track 10, it was just great. If there was another track I was gonna download off this, it would be this. Caution's cool, Feel Alive is cool. Applause is cool too, but Warm Hand Splash, something about this track, just being the most diverse track on here, if you ask me. Um, uh, the first half I'll still take over the second half of this album, but this really made the second half of this album. It was like, the second half has something to say as well, though. Like, if it was 9 tracks and Whale Watching wasn't there, first half would still be better, but it would be more. Second half would really give the first half more of a run for its money. Or if it just had another track that was as good as Warm Hand Splash and took Whale Watching off. But overall, I have to say this was a really good album. I think it was pretty alright. Um, Now, is it better? Would I rather listen to this than American Football's first and second albums? Probably not. Would I rather listen to this than Disappointment Island? Maybe. Maybe. I remember off Disappointment Island, what was the track? Whatever, Whenever. Um, and the track Coconut Crab. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's better than Disappointment Island. Um, but overall, if I had to give this album a rating, shoot, I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Honestly, this is a really good math rock album. The first one of the year, and so what? Now I think I've reviewed. This is the first one I've reviewed since, of course, American Football, the second one, but that was late 2016. So this is the first one I reviewed in like what, almost a year and a half, year and 3 months now. Because I didn't review one in 2017. I don't remember. American Football was late 2016, and Disappointment Island, the first one, I was like June, July. So, um, yeah, very good album. 7 out of 10 if you ask me. And that's pretty much it. You know what to do. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like the review, share the review. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you like the content that you have seen. Um, Check the description so you can see everything. Get me on social media. We can connect on my PlayStation Network, of course, accounts if you have that. You can check out the Patreon, the Bandcamp, everything. Just check the description, and also leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this review and what you think about my review on it. And if you haven't heard this album and you like math rock, or you just want something that's different, like you're a hip hop head, and you're here on my channel primarily just to see the hip hop reviews, I definitely recommend that you check this out if you want something new. Maybe we can be your gateway into math rock. You go back and hear what's come out, and you can hear what's out now and what's coming in the future. Get ready for what's coming in the future. But I especially want to know what you math rockers think about my review on this and what you think about the review. But if you haven't heard this, and like I said, you're into hip hop, but especially if you're a math rocker, listen to this, and of course come back and let me know what you think about the album and my review on it, and everything will be okay. All right, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I will see y'all next time.